Welcome back. So y'all ready to get random? So on Tuesdays, what I would like to upload is random facts that I know about Bigfoot and maybe some other cryptids. Now, full disclosure, why on earth am I going to talk about Bigfoot? There are tons and tons of other channels discussing this topic, but I want to discuss what it means to me. You see, I'm one of those people that really thought it'd be cool if something like that existed. Heck, I'd be excited to see if there was such thing as a dog man or a rake or any of those other types of cryptids. But I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to that type of field, seeing is believing. Now, since I am a Christian, I would not dare say that I would have to see something in order to believe it. And I know I just contradicted myself, but let me be honest with you. It's a whole lot easier to know something's real whenever you see it versus just believing in it. So let me tell you my story. 2009, I was getting ready to go to work. At that time, I worked what you call a second shift. That is, I went in to work around 1 o'clock in the afternoon and worked to 9 o'clock in the evening. So early in the morning, I had plenty of time to do yard work, get some stuff done. And that's what I was doing that morning. So around 9 o'clock that morning, I was going out to my shed and I was just trying to get my lawnmower out, trying to get the yard cut real early. About that time, about 30 yards into the wood line, right in amongst a thicket, I heard something go whoop, whoop. Yeah, the hair on my neck stood on end. I was scared to death. I didn't know what in the world to think. My brain went crazy trying to register every single thing I could possibly think of what it could be. Then it did it again. The exact same order. Whoop, whoop. By this time, I was utterly freaked out. So, what did I do? I was still frozen. So my mind continually kept on trying to process what exactly this is. And then it did it a third time. By this time, I was in flight or fight mode. But the crazy thing is, whenever I took off and ran in the opposite direction, I ran inside. Curiosity hit me. So, like a southern redneck, what did I do? Of course, I wanted to find out what it is, but I was not going to do it without a gun. So I grabbed my handgun and took off in the woods. I jumped the fence. Now let me lay this out for you. Where this noise was in a thicket over to my right. When I jumped the fence, I was in these hardwoods that was kind of clear. Kind of like what you see back behind me. That means I could see pretty good distance. Well, by the time I jumped out of the house, pretty much, the thing took off in the middle of the woods. It was knocking down limbs. It was making all kinds of noise, just hollering. And I just continued on because I had already determined in my head I wanted to know what this was. So the clearing that I was able to see was about 100 yards in front of me. And so as I was looking, I saw something top the hill. Big, broad, black shoulders, a black, round head, not cone, round. And it went on down. And by the time I was able to make it 20 yards, this thing had then cleared 150. And how I know that it cleared that much, because it hit a creek on the opposite side of the road that it was on. And so I was still processing this all. And so as I was walking, just trying to figure out what was going on, I noticed there was several limbs in front of me that was between 6 to 7 foot off the ground that had just been knocked off. I mean, these were clean tree breaks. And I was kind of freaked out again. But I kept trying to figure out what in the world it was that I heard and I saw. And at this time, I was still in the middle of, it'd be cool if Bigfoot existed and whatever, but it did not occur to me that this could be what I was seeing and what I heard. And so, what all millennials do, if we have questions, we hit Google. And so I started putting in those noises. I started listening to recordings. And then that's when I pretty much heard on Google what I heard in real life. And that noise was associated to, you guessed it, a Bigfoot. So, that is where my curiosity and my fascination with the subject matter, cryptids and cryptozoology, has begun. It has taken me many places, many YouTube channels, and many websites. I'm utterly fascinated with this, and to a small part consumed with it. I would like to go on investigations, but you know, limited funding, limited money. I haven't been able to do as much as I would like. But in the future, I would like to take y'all along with some investigations I would like to have. Some field trips. Now, I am in Mississippi, and Mississippi is finally getting a little bit of recognition for actually having cryptids amongst all of its wildlife. So, my plans are to go out and look, and y'all are welcome to come with me. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. So, continue to get random. This is Kyle. Bye.